Hey guys, what the hell am I laughing at? Guys, namaste. God bless. How are all of you? Happy Sunday. I couldn't wait to get on, man. I the past couple days have been busy. But how many of you guys gotten the old tree up? I'm seeing pictures, man. And I love it. I got mine. Wait, let me show you. Wait. Look at Jerry's tree, man. Clean house too for a guy. What the hell? But what does that tree represent? A lot of what, not only the holiday itself, but what we're looking for in life. That's kind of the premise of tonight's show that I've been kind of marinating on for days, man. Days and days and days. I'm so friggin' busy with work. But I like bringing the shows here in smaller amounts, but more powerful components to them. Because we have been duped, ladies and gentlemen. We have been duped in this body is a temple thing that they've been telling us for so long. And think about it. Body's a temple, got to take care of it. Yeah, that's fine. You eat all the right foods and you do all these things and you exercise, you're an athlete, this and that. But you think like shit. And honestly, they forgot that they warned us in Scripture many moons ago. And I got so much here to play with, but I'm going to start right with because I got this whole idea for this show when I dropped off Victoria at work, and there was a pastor on a radio doing an interview. And it noted a pastor, not a priest. There's a big difference there. And he said, don't think of a church as a structure. Think of church as people. And he's right. And this is what I mean about the temple, our body's a temple. They forgot the most important component to us, which is our mind. They wrote it in Scripture. I wrote it down here, man. I feel like the PI of spirituality. But I'm going to digress here and give you guys a chuckle because I had a senior moment before. And I bet you guys do this. You just don't make it known like I do. I'm not afraid to. I'm not afraid to say my mistakes, man. But here I am, charging my phone, or I thought I was, and I say, "Why isn't my phone charging?" And I look down because you can't put your phone on a coaster, man. It's not going to charge on a coaster. It can only charge. On the charger. They kind of look alike. But getting back to what I said, he made a great point. And this is what really intrigues me, and honestly, it infatuates me, how the mind controls us and how it shapes us into all we do. Tesla did it where you can see energy, whereas Einstein, which I got a personal letter I'm going to share with you guys, wrote to his daughter on how you can do it in a spiritual realm. And if you want peace in your life, guys, this is probably the most important component we all should be looking for in our life is peace. It's a masterpiece. And out of the quote box tonight, your life becomes a masterpiece when you learn to master peace. And it sounds kind of catchy. You know, you hyphen the phrase masterpiece and you get masterpiece, but you use the EA instead of the IE. Master is to become skilled and or proficient, hence with synonyms of artist. Peace is a state of tranquility or freedom, harmony, and personal relations. So you take master and peace and put it together to become skilled in a state of tranquility. A lot of people forget that. A lot of people forget the fact that our mind starts the whole process with everything. And this is like a broken record here on America's Mentor. But getting back to the word church, I'm going to define that for you, because this is what I mean when people got everything all wrong. And this is my own opinion. Well, pertaining to your body's a temple. Your body, church. A synonym of church is spirituality. And I kind of fixed a quote a little bit on what that pastor said, and I did it in my own little words here. It says, "Don't think of the church as a place you go to, but what's within you." And a lot of us forget that we have this powerful component between our left and right ear and wherever it might be, our brain, mind, whatever you want to call it, that's virtually running our life. And a lot of us cannot reach or attain our goals because we're not at peace, man. We're too involved with past thinking. Does that make sense? And if you're not reaching your goals in life, and Morgan Freeman said it greatly. I love the quote he put. I'm going to read to you guys. When you learn to master peace, meaning you can expunge the constant thoughts of what has happened to you, because you can't really get rid of what's happened to you. But what you can do by mastering peace is creating new neural pathways, new ways of thinking. You never lose the event. The event is going to be in the storehouse of the mind forever. I hate to break it to you guys, but it never goes away. But what you can do by mastering peace is finding your passion, finding your purpose, and constantly doing that every day. And Morgan said it best. He goes, when you start taking care of yourself, you start feeling better. You start looking better, and you start attracting better. It all starts within you. Until you release the hurt, you can never follow your heart in life, because your heart is too broken to do anything. And to get back to my point, there's a lot of points, so I'm digressing from point to point here. I apologize, but I want to try to get this in because I know you guys are busy. Because, you know, that old adage, the temple of God is within you. You know, guys, think about it. Our body's a temple. Yeah, we were taught constantly on a physical realm. No, it's completely and utterly spiritual and mental fact of our life. And I'm going to read from Corinthians. The temple of God is holy, which temple ye are. That's us, Meatball. We are the creation machine. Your body is a temple for your spirit. For your spirit. In other words, this component that we have in life, our mind, creates everything. But how can the mind create anything when we're always focusing on what hurts us in life? Find your peace in whatever it might be. If it's eating a watermelon, man, whatever it might be in life, find your peace, because you just released and you're creating a new way of thinking for your life. A lot of us are stuck in where we've been instead of where we want to go. And you can't find peace in living back there. And the best advice I gave myself many moons ago was, yeah, I can't release what has happened to me, all the anguish and the heartache that I share with you guys constantly or on America's Mentor. But what I can do is think better. And by thinking better, how do you think better? By doing what you love to do. And only doing that all the time. I mean, no matter what it might be, Meatball, you find your passion, you find your purpose. Where the hell? Your intentions and passions are not random. They are connected with your purpose. Life is really simple, but we insist upon making it complicated. Confucius said that. And what was he telling us thousands of years ago? He's saying, don't worry about it. Just be it. Be your passion. Be your purpose in life. Constantly do it on a constant level. You literally create a whole new way of thinking. From whatever has happened to you, yeah, it's going to pop up here and there. You know, I can motivate you all day long. You're going to be fine. No, you're not, Meatball. You're not. You're never going to be fine. You will never be fine until you create a new way of thinking in your life. And that's the only thing that has helped me. But I still look the same. I still feel the same on a physical level, but on a mental level. That's the whole point of America's Mentor. It's a complete and utter mental level of thinking of your life, because when you start doing this, life evolves around that. If your life is not working out the way you want it to be right now, it's because you're thinking that way. And when you realize what you're thinking about, you realize what you're bringing about. The whole thought process about life is absolutely amazing. It's infatuated me for like a decade now on why things happen the way they do. It's because we think about the way they do. And we constantly focus on it every single day. Indeed, our body is a temple. But don't think of it from the physical realm. Think of it as a creation machine of the non-physical, hence the metaphysical. You understand that aura that surrounds you. If you have an aura around you of negativity, all you can attract is negativity. If you have an aura around you of hurt, all you can attract is more hurt. The whole point of thinking differently is to change your energy, to change your aura, to change that person that you used to be to the person you want to be. And by doing that, how do you do it? Like I said, find your passion, no matter what it is. Because when you find your passion, you find your purpose, you find your peace, no matter what it is. And you do it on a constant level. Therefore, what has happened to you becomes stored. Yeah, it'll pop up here and there with a trigger. It'll pop up, in these situations in life and in these areas of scenario that you create or conjure up in your mind. It all happens to us. The five senses are always kicking in. The see, hear, smell, taste, touch are always kicking in. You get a smell, you think of somebody. You get a taste, you think of this. Does that make sense? It's always going to be triggered, but the more neural pathways of passion and purpose and peace that you invoke in your mind, you're going to create more of that. Therefore, it goes back to the storehouse of the mind, and you actually start feeling better about yourself. You start attracting better. And my buddy, my hero, and I say this on a respectful level, Einstein was amazing because he basically, as most people noted, most scientists noted, came as close to God as anybody. He was able to figure out the mathematical components of the universe and how we think and how it creates. But he came up with the simplest way that he penned to his daughter. And what was his daughter's name? Lizzie or Lizelle. I can't pronounce it correctly. It's in German. I don't speak Deutsch, man. But it's basically German for Elizabeth. It was his first daughter. She was born in 1902. And he was never there. He was too busy working in Switzerland on his career and whatever he was doing. He was really never there. But what he did was he always wrote her letters. And he insisted upon, after his death, that for 20 years they would be held in private and then finally released. And he released the most amazing letters, and I think it's in the Jewish Historical Society now. And I'm going to read you a quick note about that and let you guys have your night, because this is awesome. Because when you start living this way, and it's really the cure of the world, it really is. It sounds so simple, but if you invoke this mental state in all you do, in other words, love what you do, love life, love your purpose, love your passion. That's basically the recipe to create any peace you want in your life. So I'm going to read what he wrote to his daughter really, really quick. And he said, if we want our species to survive, if we want to save the world and bring every inhabitant in it, love is the one and only answer. And this is a guy who understood how life worked. He just basically said, love is the answer. And people laugh at this hippie notion. It's not. It's a total energy notion. If you can invoke love in your life and whatever it might be, love and forgiveness, whatever you do, you literally change that body, that temple, into a new creation machine. It's all about thought, guys. It's all about you getting past what has happened to you and understanding that if you can invoke your passion, your purpose, and your peace, you're creating love in your life. You can only create from that. And you create in the most amazing way. Each individual carries within them a small but powerful generator of love whose energy is waiting to be released. This is from a scientist. He's warning us. He's saying, look, this is the non-physical way to bring about a better life for yourself. You can't let go of the past, but if you can create new neural pathways with your passion and your purpose and your peace in life, all that does is store that back in your subconscious mind. It'll pop up once in a while, but the beauty of it is you're not living in it. See, the more you live in who you are, the more you create who you are. And I had to learn this many moons ago, because here I am, the hardest working guy out there, trying to create anything to take care of my children, but kept failing and failing and failing. And I was like, why? Why? Because I was a shithead. I was stinking shitty. I was acting shitty. I wasn't being the person I wanted to be. I was being everything that I wasn't, and was constantly unhappy with it, and therefore kept recreating constant unhappiness. Does that make sense? It's really, it's a simple analogy of what we create out of virtual thin air with our thoughts every single day. It's something for you guys to really think about, because when you only follow your passion, when you only follow what makes you happy, life becomes amazing, because you start creating from that. And there's a quote, there's not a name behind it, I apologize. No matter what your current circumstances are, if you can imagine something better for yourself, you can create it. That's basically the recipe of creating something out of thin air. And we do it every day. We create everything out of virtual thin air by our energy of it. So if you're living in your passion, you're living in love, you're living in forgiveness, you're living in that whole self that you always wanted to be, your body, which is a temple of spirituality, can only reflect that. It's you as a person. What kind of person are you showing the world today? What kind of person are you presenting out to the universe to create in front of you? What is your spiritual blueprint? If you guys literally, they talk about eco-friendly blueprint, that to me, that's bullshit. What's your spiritual blueprint in life? Think about it. What have you left in front of you that's creating for you right now? Your thoughts and feelings are creating what's going to happen for you in life. The synchronicities and coincidences you're sending out every single second, every thought. If you think of yourself as a church, think about it. Think of yourself. What do? You go up to the altar, man. You do that every day with your thoughts. You approach life as your altar every day. Watch how your life changes. Watch how you start thinking better. Watch how you start creating better. When you consider yourself as a temple, indeed, a spiritual temple, you're going to approach the altar of life every single day with a different perspective about yourself. Because there, you create all the good stuff, man. You start understanding who you are as a person. By understanding who you are, understand what you want. Figure it out. We all know what we want. But 99.9% of us don't think we're worthy to receive it. Why? Because we've been conditioned that way. We're not conditioned anymore. You got to recondition the engine that has been running all your life. That's very simple by changing your thought about yourself. When you realize what you're thinking about, you'll realize what you're bringing about. And I'm going to leave you with this. This was supposed to be on the last show from Carl Jung. I love this. We will become our opposite if we do not learn to accommodate the opposition. In other words, handling what has happened to us. In other words, we become what has happened to us instead of what we can make happen for us. So think about it for yourself, guys. Think about it. Every day, every thought, every second, every breath is a creation in your life. Think about it. What are you thinking about constantly? Because that's what you're going to bring about constantly. It's a really simple analogy of realizing that we are sacred. We really are, man. I might speak kind of candid on here with meatballs and shitheads, but I'm really passionate about the fact that what we think about every day, we approach life every morning when we wake up and realize if you think of it as an altar and your future, you won't waste your time in negative thinking. You won't waste your time on people or things that don't make you happy in life. Let it go. Be yourself. The world will adjust. I think I posted that quote that had Snoopy in there or something. Be yourself and the world will adjust. What does that mean? It means you're projecting a different thought process, therefore a different energy. Therefore, you have a different aura. You're an attraction magnet. Think of yourself as this amazing magnet. Every day, stepping up to the altar of thought, projecting out your passion, your purpose, your love, your forgiveness, your dreams every single day. All you can do is manifest from that. Watch. Test it for yourself. Take the car for a drive. Start being a better person. Start understanding who you are. Start realizing what you're bringing. You're going to realize what kind of car you're driving, man. You're going to drive a Porsche or you're going to drive a Pinto. It's up to you. Well, Pintos, that's for the older upper echelon out there. But think about it. Really. What you think about, you bring about. If you guys do it on a level that really excites you, that's your passion. If you're doing what you love, God bless, man. That's friggin' awesome. Keep doing it because you can only manifest from that. Why? Because your constant mood is at peace. The whole thing we're looking for, I honestly, this is my humble opinion on this matter, but we're all looking for peace in life. I mean, how can you function without peace of mind? Really? How can any of us function without peace of mind? You know, you have a chaotic day at work. That's not peace of mind. You only get more chaos, man. This is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. Focus on your passion. What makes you happy, no matter what or who it is, focus on it because you're going to bring it. You're going to bring it in some way. It's going to manifest and it's going to bring you the most amazing peace in your life because you're only thinking better. You're creating amazing new neural pathways to the brain, more triggers, more senses to feel better, and you constantly do it on a daily basis. You can only bring more of that shit in your life. What kind of shit are you bringing in your life? That's the question you ask for yourself. What do you bring into the altar every morning when you guys wake up? Because praying is basically thinking. If you guys really delve into that. Praying is nothing more than constant thought. You have to think to pray. So just think of praying as your constant thinking every single day. Because what you're thinking about every day, you're bringing about every day. And before my voice goes, I have to go, guys. So America's Mentor _radio on Instagram, at America's Mentor on Twitter, at America's Mentor on YouTube. I think I hit 500 videos on YouTube. I'm grateful for all the support for you guys. But really, for peace of mind is everything. You will manifest the most amazing, what's the Italian thing here? You'll manifest the most amazing things in your life with peace of mind. If you're doing what you love to do, being who you've always wanted to be, no matter what, and you'll attract whatever you want in your life, guys. So enjoy your Sunday, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon, man.